What's up? All right, it is day number,
turn right onto 4th East Street.
12. Being that it's day 12, I am in Moab, Utah, which is, quite honestly, the best place I've been so far. I really like it. Everybody's got their bikes out. Everybody's got their ATVs and razors out and all that. Anyway, I stayed at a hotel last night, got good and refreshed. Just went to the Moab Diner.
Turn right onto
I'm
4th
about
East
to
Street.
head up to the Hell's Revenge little area so I can go up that trail. I went up to the Moab Rim and talked to a guy down at the trailhead there, and he said that it was a little bit aggressive. Not saying that the 4Runner can't do it, it's just I still got to make it all the way out to Oregon, and I still got to make it all the way back home. So
in a quarter
I didn't
mile,
really
turn left onto East Mill Creek Drive.
So anyway, so I'm headed up to Hell's Revenge, which is supposed to be a little nicer course, a little easier on the old vehicle. So that's what we're gonna try. And that's it, man. Snapbacks and tattoos, rocking it out in Moab. Finally got service. We're ready to roll. All right, beginning of Hell's Revenge. Let's take a look at what we got here. Nice. Just simply put the crawl control on and just chill. That's all you really have to do. Absolutely amazing views off to my left and to the right, really. Windy as hell, though. There's some stuff on one of these here mountains. So here we are in the Hell's Revenge Trail in Moab, Utah. And how's this for your rock wall, Jaguar and Land Rover? Huh? This thing's wild. Anyway, this reminds me of the rock wall that they've got at the Land Rover dealership. Really nice. Ever so impressed with the 4Runner again, and its wonderful crawl control feature, and how it just takes me right on through the craziness of these rocks. So yeah, very impressive. And very windy here too. I want to take note, I spent $5 to get in here today. If you go to 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣, you're going to spend about $40 for you and your old lady. Spend $5 per person, or per vehicle, I'm sorry. Get into Sand Flats Recreational, which is where I'm at now. Off-roading. Pretty cool stuff. He's going to miss it getting beer. Hurry up. Uh-oh.
Got straddle that, good to go. Hell yeah.
It's actually
Like butter.
doesn't even look bad at all now that he's doing
Yeah,
it.
he's just cruising right up it.
I feel like I'm, uh-oh, there we go.
You really do got to keep a good momentum. There you go, he's got it. Nice. Hell yeah. There you go. Nice.
Nice,
Woo!
hell yeah. this thing out. Pretty sweet. I love Moab, man. Love it. See why you don't bring Fords out here? You gotta get Toyotas to take them out. For all you Ford guys. I'm about to come over a real steep descent. I've got the crawl control on as I've had it for, I don't know, most of the day here. Medium's a good speed with crawl control. However, I'm going to take it down 1 notch to go down this little bad boy. I say little. I mean, you can see how far down it is. Absolutely insane. So here we go. Guy down there in the ATV or the UTV side by side's looking at me like, wow, stock 4Runner, bro. That's exactly what this is, a stock 4Runner. Get some. Pretty nice. Hey guys, Will Adams, Carolina Car Guy. I wanted to share with you, I just got done doing the Hell's Revenge trail in Moab, Utah. And I did the whole thing in a stock 2015 Toyota 4Runner Trails Edition. And here's the results. As you can see, she's still just a little dirty. Didn't do much. Got some damage on the skid plate. Some damage on the back bumper, but that's all. Other than that, the truck handled absolutely amazing, and I couldn't ask for a better vehicle to do the trail in. What's up, guys? Just woke up at the 𝘬𝗵𝙺 campground here in Moab, Utah, which is a really nice campground. You know, I say really nice. It's, you know, not a 5-star joint or anything like that. However, it is got nice views, and it's got bathrooms, so to speak, toilets with little fences around them. Call that a bathroom, but hey. Anyway, that's where I stayed at for this evening. Today, my goal is to get back onto the Trans-America Trail and keep it moving. Right now, my goal is to get some more water, because I'm out of water, and to get some gas, because I'm coming up shortly on that, half a tank. But it does look like the Trans-America Trail is actually right here. So I'm gonna head on this road until I can find something, and then we will go from there. But other than that, yeah, good to go. Got some good rest last night. Got a great view today. So good to go. Peace. Check them out. You think they'll run? Rather be on dirt, it's smoother. So my sunroof's malfunctioning because of all the dust in it. crazy, but hey, I mean, you know, makes sense, I guess. So I gotta figure something out about that. Anyway, I am on Interstate 70 going west from Green River, Utah. The Trans-American Trail connected right on up with 70, or a little frontage road beside 70. And I decided to stop at the truck stop there, fill up my coffee jug, fill up on some water. I got a good little deal on some water, so I got some more water. I also got some windshield washer fluid because my washers or my windshield's nasty, and I've used up all the fluid the whole trip trying to get all the stuff off. So got some more of that. Got a hellacious breakfast, man, at the West Winds restaurant. If I die out here, it's going to be because of gluttony. It's ridiculous. Jesus. Interesting note, the speed limit out here is 80 miles an hour, which I think is pretty cool. Other than that, yeah, so I'm heading back on, oh, that's what I was going to say. So I'm heading back on Interstate 70 to the Trans-American Trail because for whatever reason, the Trans-American Trail basically goes up. If you're looking at a map, it goes up and then over, back down, and then over again. There's no reason to do all that. You know, I like going off-road and all. I did a good bit of off-road yesterday. The roads, at least the last road that I was just on with the Trans-America Trail, is just horrible. And the reason I say that is because you be getting along. The reason it's horrible, it's not necessarily it's the roughest thing I've ever driven on. It's the fact that it'll be flat for a while and you can get up to speeds of 45, 55, and 65. Problem is you'll run into a trench just out of nowhere and it'll destroy your car. That's how big these things are. So that's my only problem with that. Shit was bouncing around all over the back, so I strapped it down. But other than that, we're good to go. So we're on track to getting on the Trans-American Trail here, and destination unknown. I'm just going to travel along the trail, see what I find. I'm on Buckhorn Draw Road in Utah. Traveling through, just left Green River, and this is the view. Absolutely stunning. Just a great view the whole way through this road. Nice road too. Crazy, yesterday I was in the heat of the Moab, crawling through rocks and just dry dirt, and now, man, it's snow, 43-degree weather. Yesterday it was 70, so it's crazy how the weather changes. It's also very crazy to me how the scenery changes. We went from that red dirt and rock to this pretty dirt, so to speak. It's not necessarily pretty dirt. But just the scenery, you know, the trees and the greens and all that. Look at that waterfall. All right, so here we are in Ephraim, Utah, Orangeville. Just like the sign said, it may be impassable. I'm going to try to put it in 4 low and get this active crawl control going and see what we can do. But anyway, this is it. Nasty. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, so I finally made it out of the snow. I've been stuck since I don't know, probably 1 o'clock. It's now 3:30. I was stuck like Chuck. I worked every angle I could. I tried to work the come along, tried to work the snatch, little ratchet snatch deal that I got, and nothing would budge. Finally, I was able to do it. It was just a lot of violent reverse drive, turning the wheel. I tried all the driving aids. None of the driving aids worked. I was legit stuck in snow. There for a while, I contemplated on just leaving the car running and letting the heat from the car just melt the snow. Maybe eventually I'd get out, and I was just going to take a nap. But anyway, I was able to get out. So thankfully, good deal, because I didn't have any cell phone signal either. So anyway, now I've got to go back around. I'm taking 29, Highway 29. It ends on this mountain pass that I took up, and there was a sign that read clear as day, enter at your own risk, because during the winter months it's impassable. Well, I figured April's not a winter month, so but I was wrong. Nonetheless, now I'm going 2 hours and 5 minutes around the mountain. I think it's taking me to Interstate 70, and after I get to where I'm going, I will then try to find a place to camp, because it'll be about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So that's it. It's the current situation. Peace. What's up, guys? It's day 14 on my trail, on the Trans-America Trail. I slept at a wonderful spot called Yuba State Park here in Utah. I actually tried it out in the tent. Went very well. The only issue that I had was my damn sleeping bag, the zipper broke, so that's kind of horrible. I don't know if I'll be able to get that fixed. I hope I can, because those sleeping bags are expensive for a good one, and this one's a really good one. But it is provided by the United States military, so that's probably why it broke. Anyway, nonetheless, I'm about to, make some eggs and some bacon and some coffee, and then I'm gonna pack my shit up, get ready to go. I think I'll rearrange the truck just a little bit so that way I can kind of maneuver around. It seems that I have to do that every so often, but that's okay. So nonetheless, I'm gonna get all that stuff taken care of. I'm gonna get packed up. There is some storms. It has rained a little bit, not much, just a little bit. I can see them kind of over there off in the distance, but just wonderful views today. Slept really good for the most part. A little bit chilly, but other than that, no problem. Temperature right now is 46 degrees. I will try to find a Toyota dealership today. I need to get the maintenance light taken care of. All it needs is just rotate the tires, and I'm going to see how much they'll charge to patch that left rear tire that does have a slow leak in it. I've been blessed so far. I can hear the leak, or I could hear the leak back in Colorado, but for whatever reason, it's been okay. So that's good. Yeah, so that's the deal for today. Also, I need to find some shower, because I'm kind of scruffy. So I plan on finding a Toyota dealership and finding a shower. I'll probably do a shower at like a truck stop or something, a little $10, $11 shower. Those are good, nice showers. The bathhouses in the state parks are cool too, but you got to pay to get in there, so you might as well just pay to have a nice, good shower. So that's what it is. So I will holler at you soon. Alright, so I'm back on the Trans-America Trail here, and I am outside of Mills, Utah, on Mills Road. So that's where I'm at. I did not get a chance to totally rearrange the truck like I really wanted to, because the wind was actually really bad where I was. So also, it looks like there's some storms that may be coming in and out, which they had pretty much come in and out all night. So I didn't get a chance to do that. I do need to still make it by a tire store, or at least a tire store. I'd like to make it to the Toyota store. Maybe they can take care of everything all at one time. But I still have to get that patched up. I checked the air pressure this morning. It's 32, which is where it needs to be. So I didn't mess with it. I'm going to carry on down. Got to have a tank of gas. I'll stop and get gas sometime soon. Cooking this morning did not go quite as I would have hoped. It was quite the pain in the ass. I dropped the spatula and accidentally stepped on it and broke it, so that was messed up. The eggs were crushed in the refrigerator by the block of ice, so didn't get to do that. I tried to do one egg, but it burned to the damn pan and stuck to it. So I've had quite the morning, fighting with that, fighting with the wind, and then fighting to put the tent and all that stuff back together. So yeah, it's been quite aggravating. But nonetheless, I'm back on the Trans-America Trail, headed towards Nevada. Quick side note to this rain, as you may be able to see in the video, I don't know if you can or not, but it's frozen rain. So it's rain and frozen rain. Pretty cool, I guess. See how this turns out. Alright, this is the current situation on Old Highway 650 in Utah. As you can see, it's like sleeting, I guess. Crazy. I guess that's sleet. I wouldn't think that it'd be hail, but it could be. If it's hail, it's really small. Looks like sleet to me. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's a storm right there. Thundering and doing all that. And it's pretty cool because I came down off this mountain that was nice and straight into just desert. Really weird. I've never seen such an abrupt scenery change. That was crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna get the hell out of here before this big ass storm comes. So this is that storm. Crazy. Where I just stopped and took a picture of the desert look, which I'm still not convinced that's what it is. I think it's salt. I really don't know. I picked up some sand from there, and I think that it's actually salt. But nonetheless, the temperature has dropped down to 39 degrees. All right, less than probably a mile and a half up the little way where I stopped to take a picture of the storm. It was 55 degrees, so it shows you the drastic difference in temp, which I've never seen anything like that. That's crazy. All right, so I'm here in West Wendover, Nevada, and there ain't shit here. The only thing that's here, sorry about that. The only thing that's here is a few casinos and hotels, so I was able to find a room for like 40 bucks. Here's why. The pilot station was going to charge me about $15 to take a shower. For $40, I got a room with a shower in it. So, the room, though, was going to charge me $20 for a damn 6-pack of beer. It's crazy. But anyway, so that's what we're doing today. And note to self, don't drive on salt flats. From what I understand, you cannot drive on them right now. Right now it's raining anyway. That's the other reason I got a hotel, is because it's raining, it's 40 degrees, and windy as hell. So I'm out on that deal. My sleeping bag broke, remember? I did stop by and collect some salt, what I think to be salt. It was weird feeling sand, that just odd. So I think that's the salt. So that's what we're doing tonight, and see you in the morning. What's up, guys? It is day number 15, April 26th, a Tuesday. I am leaving my hotel room in West Wendover, Nevada, and I'm going on my way to, I'm going to take 80 up to 93 up to Idaho. Reason is because the Trans-America Trail actually takes me back around to Salt Lake City, and I don't want to go there because, one, it's kind of backtracking, and two, it is snowing in Salt Lake City, and there's snow on the ground. It's been snowing since yesterday, and I'm out. I'm out on snow. I'm done. It's 50 degrees right now with a strong, brisk wind, and I'm out on that deal. So hopefully Idaho's a little bit better for me, and hopefully Oregon's a little bit better for me. But nonetheless, I'm traveling on through. I'm about to hook up with 80 now, and hop on there and go up to 93. And I just posted a second video for the second week of my journey on YouTube, and within just a few hours I had 70 views, and I just want to say thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I had no idea that it'd be followed along this closely by everybody, but I do truly appreciate it. I also want to thank Toyota4Runner.org for putting my trip on the front page. That's pretty cool. That's an honor to be on the Epic Road Trip front page, so that's pretty cool, and thanks for everybody that's following along on that deal too. Yeah, so that's what we're doing for today, and I will see you probably in Idaho. Peace! Yo, I just wanted to say, man, I thought it was supposed to be hot in Nevada. Shit! It's cold, buddy. Anyway, I got me a banana. Okay, so Will's Toyota in Twin Falls, Idaho, said that they are completely booked up and would not be able to do my maintenance today. They also said that they only work on appointments, so unfortunately I did not set an appointment because the Toyota dealerships I'm used to, you don't need appointments. So the next one is in Boise, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to go there or not. We will see. If I can get my little Garmin here to work correctly, sometimes it works good and sometimes it doesn't. It's like any other computer. So that's what we're doing. That's where we're at. Peace out. Alright, so I've actually decided against the plan of going to Boise and getting on the Trans-America Trail there because, quite frankly, I kind of want to drive on the Trans-America Trail. That's why I came on this trail in the first place. So that being said, I'm going to go up Highway 93 and then connect back with the Trans-America Trail in about, I think it said 80 to 100 miles. So that's it. Alright, so I just left Mammoth Cave, Idaho, which was pretty cool. Kind of sketchy, but pretty cool. Is filled with nothing but dead animals and old ancient artifacts and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. And then the cave itself was pretty neat. First time I'd ever been in a cave, so, you know, had to try it out. Now I'm coming up on what looks like Black Mountains, but I know it's probably not Black Mountains. But anyway, I'm coming up on these, and there's a storm of brewing, another one, so stay tuned to that. In Idaho, looks like Sawtooth Scenic Bypass, which is also known as 75, I think. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, see, this is that storm I was telling you about. Hopefully we miss it. That'd be cool. I'm traveling up nicely to the north, making pretty good time. Headed back onto the trail. So, yeah, what it is. Alright, so the mountains indeed are not black. I did pass this little area of like a whole bunch of rocks everywhere, which is pretty cool. Anyway, you know, I was just sitting here looking at the landscape and all, and I kind of miss trees. I wish I could see a couple trees. Of course, I'll probably see plenty of trees once I get up more towards Oregon, but we're almost there. Almost there. Man, I wish I could have caught it on camera, but there's a sign back there with clearly a crunched up car and a moose on it. So evidently I gotta watch out for moose now. Damn! It's crazy. I hope I see one. I just hope I don't run into one. God, that'd be awesome to be able to see a moose. I've never seen one. It'd be sweet. Look! Trees! I just now noticed. I've been riding around. I just happened to look over. I was like, oh shit, there's trees. I'm on Warm Springs Road, outside of Haley, Idaho, in Warm Springs Village. I'm on the Trans-America Trail, and I'm making my way up the mountain, it looks like. So, cool little ski lodge town. So, check out the fox at my campsite here. Check him out. Pretty cool, huh? If you like foxes. Yeah, that's where we're gonna be tonight. What's up, guys? So this is my tent setup, right? The only thing I gotta be impressed with myself because, you know, I've never done this before. But anyway, the only thing I really gotta get better at is just this making a fire jazz. But until then, I've improvised. So inside my tent, I've moved my stove. if I get extremely cold, what I'll do is I'll light that burner for just a little bit, and I'm pretty sure it'll warm this place up enough. And then I've got my pistol and my lighter to light it, and that's a little phone charger right there, a little battery operated phone charger donated by Safe Federal Credit Union. Appreciate you, Safe. The propane's over there. I've got my change there. I figure if any like animals come up, I can rattle that change, and that should scare them off. I got my bottle of water. My zipper on this big daddy here broke, so I've got the little guy. I'm gonna get inside him and then get inside the big guy, and I'm gonna take my clothes off so I can warm them up in there. And then that's my lantern. The duct tape on there is because notice how bright it is. It's that bright all the way around. Sometimes I don't need it that bright all the way around, so the duct tape can help me with that. And then, you know, I got my Tempur-Pedic pillow because, yeah, I gotta have a Tempur-Pedic. My airbag set up. I got my little self-inflated deal up underneath it. I hung my keys up because I'm notorious for losing them things. My spotlight, and then Dick Corporals. Alright guys, until next time, peace. Good morning. It's day 16 and I'm waking up inside my hotel room. This is the Sir William Estates, located inside the Sawtooth National Forest in Idaho. So as I showed you last night, I'm pretty damn impressed with my setup. I'm still pretty damn impressed with my setup, and I had pretty good sleep last night. And the other thing I wanted to note too is I tried a couple times and I just couldn't do it, but I tried various times to catch the stars outside, and oh my God, I didn't realize there's that many stars. What a cool deal. Well, we gotta take the moment here to recognize the ones that we've lost, and this tent is the one that we've lost. The tab broke off. Yep. I effectively got to use the tent 3 times and the tab broke off, making it useless now. Yo, I don't give a shit who you are. If you listen to this chick sing and it doesn't give you chills, you're not human. Period. Adele can sing. Alright, so I'm in Ketchum, Idaho. I just had some good breakfast at the Kinderly. Pretty cool little spot here in Ketchum. The trail, the Trans-American Trail, is actually snowed in. Believe it or not. I know that seems crazy. The whole damn trip's been snowed in. But anyway, I'm not going to be able to take the trail there. So I was told by the local here at the Mountain Sports store that I needed to go down to 20, take 20 into Fairfield, and then, or go into Fairfield, take 20 back down to the other side of the mountain. So, sucks. I'm not going to be able to see the mountain pass, but you know what? This trip's been great so far. And I'm sure that I'll be able to see some mountain passes on my way back. So here's to Oregon. Oregon has been pretty damn high temperature. So hopefully I'll be able to see some mountain stuff in Oregon. You know, that'd be cool. But anyway, nonetheless, that's what I'm doing. So the good thing is I was able to pack up the tent, pack up the camp, and everything like that before this came in. So I'm glad for that. I hate that it's doing it, but at the same time, I'm driving right now, so hopefully we'll drive past it. Looks like I'm going to have to take the interstate for the most part, and what I'm going to do is get off at the Sportsman Warehouse and try to see if they can't hook me up with another tent, since I've only used this one for, I don't know, less than a month. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now. Tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. Give him a little Garth Brooks song here. Ha 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 ha. Flip a throat. said this earlier in one of my other videos, but this country music, man, this shit here will have you in tears riding down the damn road. I'm sitting here listening to Y2 Country, and in case you didn't know, I love every type of music. I'm a music fan. I like music. But anyway, Joe Nichols, I'll Wait For You. What a sad-ass song. Golly. And the damn woman's been waiting for the guy her whole life up until she died, and then when she got to heaven, she's gonna wait for him there. Wild, man. Just crazy. Hey, so I'm riding down this road on the Boise National Forest. This is actually Highway 20 still, and I'm headed towards Boise. But nonetheless, it said ice heaves, H-E-A-V-E-S, I think is how it's spelled. Watch for ice heaves. What are ice heaves? Does anybody know what an ice heave is? This is the descent down on Highway 20 from coming from Ketchum to Boise, and the sign back there said elevation was 5,300 feet, and now we're going down the hill. So just gorgeous views. Figured I'd share it with you. Not dirt road, but it'll do. Check this one out coming out around this corner. Boom! Look at that. Pretty sweet, huh? Turn Martina McBride down. Come around this corner here. Beautiful scenery out here. So now, as you can see, we're heading back into another storm. I've been in rain pretty much all morning since I started, on and off. It looks like we're going to be getting some more up here, but check out those hills, man. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm headed up 20. I'm going to get on Interstate 84, I believe, and head up to Boise. And we'll stop at the Sportsman Warehouse, try to see if they can hook it up with another tent. Look at that. Golly, gorgeous. The other goal that I have for today is I need to take a shower, so I'm going to stop at the probably a truck stop. Surely there'll be one off of Interstate 85 or whatever interstate that is that I'm coming on, 84, whatever it is. So that's also the other goal for today. All right, so I just left the Pilot truck stop off of 20 and 85 or 84. I'm sorry. And now I'm feeling refreshed. I got me a cool shower, or warm shower, but yeah, so I'm feeling good. One thing I did notice though is my collarbone is sticking up a little bit more so, and it's been hurting a little bit more so than it had been. So hopefully that works itself out. I still got full range, so hopefully that works itself out. For those that don't know, in March on St. Patrick's Day, I was involved in a motorcycle accident where I fractured ribs 4 through 7. I also collapsed a lung, lacerated my liver, and re-broke my collarbone. My collarbone's basically separated from my shoulder at this point. So yeah, so it's been, kind of a pain in the ass to deal with and camp at the same time. But nonetheless, we're making the best of the situation. On our way to Boise now. I'm going to stop by the Sportsman Warehouse. Looks like I'm about 45 minutes out. And then from there in Boise, I will hook back up with the Trans-American Trail, make my way on over to Borgen. So hopefully in Boise also, I'll be able to stop by a Toyota dealership and get my service performed on the truck. So, peace! All right, so real quick success story. I'm at the Sportsman Warehouse in Boise, Idaho. And I went in there with a tent that I purchased from Columbia, South Carolina within the past month or so. It was a ledge tent. The tent actually broke. The little tab on the end corner actually broke on it. I didn't have a receipt. It's been used quite a bit, about 3 or 4 times, nothing major. But anyway, so I went into Sportsman Warehouse, talked with the manager. They actually returned the item and gave me a gift card for the amount of the tent, which was fantastic. So shout out to Sportsman's Warehouse. I did get me a new tent. It's a Coleman Sundome 4-person tent. It was between that or the Columbia tent. Hopefully I made the right choice. Coleman, I figured you couldn't really go wrong. I also got a little egg holder. Remember I told you I smashed my eggs back outside of Moab, so cool deal there. And what else did I get? Oh, I got a cherry Coke, because that's my favorite. My favorite Coke right there, cherry. And then I got some lamp fuel. So JR's Automotive was kind enough to give me a lamp, and I'm going to use that. Now I'm going over to a recommended deli called Hugo's Deli. We're going to try that out. And then from there, I'm going to try to hit the Toyota store. Hopefully I can make it in time. So, peace! Alright, so it's 5:42 Mountain Time, and I'm just now done running around doing all the BS I had to take care of today. I went by Sportsman Warehouse. They were very kind to me and allowed me to exchange my tent for another one that works, as I said earlier. And then I went by Peterson Toyota, which was kind enough to work me right on in. Thank you, Peterson Toyota. And also, they were able to fix the punctures in my tire. Now, remember I told you at the campsite at the Grand Sand Dunes in Colorado, I had noticed that there was a puncture. Well, I had driven from there to, now we're in Utah. I mean, I'm sorry, not Utah, Idaho. And with the said puncture, I just kept an eye on it. Well, come to find out, there was actually 3 punctures. So I've effectively punctured the tires 5 times on this trip. So it's just, that's crazy to me. Less than 5,000 miles on these tires, and I punctured them 5 times. Maybe that's why Nitto didn't want to give me a set of tires for the trip. I don't know. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm headed back towards the Trans-America Trail now. I am on Highway 55 in Idaho. And once I get back onto the trail, hopefully I can find somewhere to camp. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, let me show you these views. Alright, so I'm back on the Trans-America Trail. I've been on it for just a second here. This is called Van Dusen Road in Idaho. Let's see what part of Idaho. We're in Emmett, Idaho. So I'm finally back on dirt. This is my scenery for right now. Pretty nice. I'm hoping that my tires hold out, seeing as how I've punctured them 5 times now. Hopefully they hold out for the rest of the trip. I mean, you know, but those are things that happen. So here we go. Check this out. Beautiful. Check this out. So I've got the tent set up, right? You can see that rope? That rope is tied to the little gear pouch on the tent. So that way I can watch the movies downloaded to my phone. Hey man, it's pretty damn genius. I don't want to not be entertained, you know what I mean? Oh, and I got the lantern. A lantern with JR's Automotive donation. I got it working. I know you're probably saying, oh, you shouldn't have it in a tent and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, well, it's windy and cold. So we'll try it out in the tent. If I catch on fire, then I'll get a new tent. What's up, guys? So it is day, let's see, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's day 17. Today's day 17. I'm leaving Farewell Bend State Park in Oregon. And I am headed on down the Trans-America Trail amongst some of the prettiest scenery that I've seen thus far. Just beautiful grass-covered rolling hills. Not a tree in sight, though, which is kind of weird. Therefore making the wind pretty bad. Had a hard time cooking the coffee this morning. It took forever to boil. Finally got that done. And the tent, the new tent, sleeps great. The new air mattress that I bought 3, 4, 5 days ago, something like that, has a hole in it somewhere. I woke up basically on the pad that I put up underneath the sleep mattress, so figuring that out. I gotta do something about that. What I might try to do is try to find a Walmart, or if I can find a Sports Authority where I bought it at, then I'll just return it at the Sports Authority. If not, then I'll try to find a Walmart and just get another one. I'll probably get a queen this time because sleeping in the tent even at temperatures at around in the 30s like they were the night before last, really is not that bad of a gig. So I'll try that out. Other than that, we are on the road and we're in Oregon, so we're almost halfway done with the whole entire journey. So that's pretty cool stuff. But see you next time. Peace. I don't know if you can see it or not. I just think it's really cool to watch. If you look, the grass is pardon the truck that flies by. The grass over there is moving with the wind, and it almost looks like water. It's like waves. Really cool stuff.
The highway. Old school.
So I'm on Willow Creek Road, outside of Huntington, Oregon. I believe it's Huntington. Anyway, just beautiful. I've been driving down this road now since I've started back on the trail after leaving Farewell Bend campsite. And as you can see, this has been the scenery pretty much the whole time. So as you can see, this is just a very pretty road. Able to get up to good speed because it's also a smooth dirt road. And there's only a few people here and there that pass through like that. So nonetheless, heading on through Oregon. I want to take this time to take a brief moment of silence for the amount of bugs that I've killed. It's a straight slaughterhouse right here on my windshield. I don't know if you can see it or not. Nonetheless, a lot of bug ass. Check this dude out. Yeah. What kind of snake is that? He's decided that he's not gonna have me messing with him. Look at him with his head cocked. That's wild. What kind of snake is that? Other than a long one. Alright, so I'm on Rose Creek Road. Still haven't gotten off the trail since I started this morning at Farewell Bend. Finally seeing some trees, and they're pine trees, which I'm quite used to, being from the southeast. I've come up on a part of the road where it is rutted out pretty bad. Looks like this may turn to mud whenever it rains. I've come across some standing water on the roads and so on. But anyway, finally seeing some trees, which is nice. Again, we're on Rose Creek Road. Alright, one of my arch nemesis has made its appearance for the first time today. Well, 2 days actually. And it's snow. It's 46 degrees right now. I'm on NF16 is the name of the road according to my GPS on the Toyota 4Runner. there's snow on the ground. I think we should be okay though. This part of the trail is actually a paved road that's going up this mountain, so pretty nice, pretty good scenery. Seeing trees, lots of pine trees, which again, being from the south, I'm used to. However, these have their bark is like red or something, kind of weird. So are these the same pine trees that are in the southeast? Come across the first obstacle in the middle of the Trans-America Trail. Luckily, it's not a big one. Get out and move this guy out the way, and then keep it moving. All right. So, thank you to JR's Automotive. I was able to take the chainsaw out and go ahead and cut me off a piece of that, so that way I can get through. I'm trying to wiggle around it as best as I could without getting in that mud over there. So, here we go. Perfect. I did all that to get to my arch nemesis, snow. Let me get out and check and see how far up this goes. What it looks like that if I stay over to the right up here, then I should be able to get around it. I've got the 4 low on, so mud, sand, and dirt. So, wish me luck. Easy enough. So this is going to be just as easy up here. This is why I call it my arch nemesis. I hate this shit. Alright, so I just got out and checked everything out. The snow right in front of me may be manageable. Going around that tree that's down up there is manageable. The second little snow hump, manageable. The third snow hump's manageable. What you don't see though is behind that corner, the whole thing is up to about halfway up my leg, maybe up to my knee, bottom of my knee a little bit, in snow. So now I'm gonna try to find a way to backtrack down the mountain, which I've had to do so many times. You know, I'm pissed about the snow, but I think what pisses me off more is the fact that I spent all that time chainsawing that damn tree, digging the chainsaw out, getting the gas put in it, starting the damn thing up with my hurt-ass collarbone and ribs. I think that's the #1 thing that really pisses me off. Snow pisses me off too, because I haven't been able to see any really good mountain passes just because of the snow. And it sucks. So I just saw another one of these signs, and I was wondering if anybody knew what these were. I saw the first one in Colorado, and it says something about certified weed-free. So when I was in Colorado, I assumed that that meant that the state park was weed-free. Like, you couldn't bring weed into the state park. So But I've seen them all over the place. It says certified weed-free and something else, straw or something like that. So what exactly do they mean by that? All right, so my Nemesis is back. But it looks like if I go through this a little bit, then I can go around the edge and not have to worry about it. So that's what we're gonna do. So wish me luck. Yeah, there we go. Well, we're stuck again inside the snow. Yep. I hate snow. Fucking hate it. For the record, you never have to worry about me moving anywhere where there's snow on the ground. This is bullshit. It's in drive, or I mean, it's in reverse. Just straight stuck. Nothing. Bullshit. Bullshit. Alright, so I'm walking to try to find the last little fork that I went to and see if I can't try to find some cell phone signal. However, I believe the last time that I had cell phone signal was 5 hours ago. So I don't think that I'm gonna walk 5 hours from now. So that's not gonna happen. What I'm gonna try to do is get down here to this fork and see if I can't find somebody to help me get unstuck. I'm only gonna walk for about an hour, then I'll go back. So 30 minutes one way, 30 minutes the next. And the reason is because I left the truck running, so hopefully maybe it'll melt some of that snow away and I can get out. If not, then I'll just camp out there and I'll try to figure something out again tomorrow. Alright, so it was unsuccessful trying to find somebody, and I've determined that I'm not gonna look no more. And the reason is because fuck it. I got shelter, I got water, I got food, and I got heat. So until that's exhausted, there ain't no reason to worry about it. Hopefully the snow melts soon and I can work my way off the hill and never have to see snow again. So as I'm walking back to the truck, I've determined that the next investment is a winch, period, and a skid plate to mount. All right, so here's my camp for the night, unfortunately. Kind of is what it is. I'm stuck in snow like a damn idiot. I should have known better. I got stuck like this once before. But anyway, nonetheless, this is my camp. I'm gonna make the best of it. It is what it is. You know, hopefully Christy and my mom can get some sleep, because I know they're worried. But anyway, I wrote this on the back of the 4Runner just in case somebody comes up there in the middle of the night. They can help me out, and hopefully that happens. And then I also got some movies downloaded on my phone, luckily, so that way I'll be entertained for a little bit, get my mind off of shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and cook some dinner and then try to go to sleep. So, all right, so here I am, day 2 of being stuck. And so I got up, watched the movie again, and tried to see if it would melted any overnight, and it hadn't. So then I got up and made some breakfast, made some eggs, and then as I was cooking some coffee, I heard the best sound I've ever heard in my life. And it was 2 4-wheelers coming up. It was Tony and his son Garrett came by with their 4-wheelers, and after about 2 hours we were able to get this thing unstuck. Thank you, Jesus. Check out how stuck I was. Here's the carnage from me being stuck. We've got rocks down there, we've got trees down there, we've got all kinds of stuff that we tried to no avail. But luckily, I'm out now. And you won't have to worry about me driving through snow anymore. Alright, so I am putting batteries back into the GPS. I had taken them out and charged them overnight back here in the back with me while I slept, just in case I was going to have to make the trek down the mountain, which thank God I did not, because I want to say it's close to 20 miles around the whoops and all that good stuff. Talking to Garrett, I want to say he said that this is called Wolf Mountain. I want to say the GPS here says National Forest Road 5820 in Mitchell, Wheeler, Oregon. So that's where we're at. But anyway, I'm about to head back down the Trans-America Trail backwards and then try to navigate a way around this. And then I'm going to get a hotel room. It is 9:51 Pacific time right now. I am absolutely beat, as you can imagine. I'm nasty, as you can imagine, and I'm cold. It is 30 degrees and snowing, so I'm ready to get the hell off this mountain and get the hell out in the snow. And that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'll catch up with you guys the next go round. So I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, I've been blessed this whole trip with a whole lot of different ways. I've been blessed, but one of the things that I'm very, very, very thankful for is, and we kind of take it for granted, is our language. You know, English language. I just was sitting here thinking about it as I was thinking about the accents that you know, Tony and Garrett had. Was the English language, even though there's a different dialect, different accent to it, we still understand what we're talking about in every region, which is nice, and it really helps out if you're stuck in the snow and have been for a day. First thing Garrett said was after, you know, we were all done and everything, was he was thankful to hear that I was only there for one day. So and evidently the little pass that I was on, people don't normally come up, especially this time of year. So very thankful they came around the corner. And we're going to be getting back on the Trans-America Trail here. Looks like in about 13 miles we'll be taking a left onto highway, looks like either 26 or 27, one of the two there. We're on 380 right now. It's southeast Palina Highway, and we're headed back down. I did pass a little store that said meatloaf sandwiches. I was very tempted to stop. However, I need to get into service so that way I can call Christy and update her, because I'm sure she's worried sick. So I'm also going to come up with a new plan of attack. The new plan of attack is plan for disaster, so to speak. Not disaster, but you know what I mean. The plan that I'm going to come up with is that if she doesn't hear from me within a 12-hour period, then she needs to start getting concerned and start you know, calling whoever. Because although I think that they would probably call somebody to come get me, the problem is that she does not pay attention to where I'm at, and quite frankly, she doesn't really care. I mean, you know, she does, but she doesn't. So that being said, hopefully she'll pay a little bit more attention to where I'm at, and whenever I check in with her on a 12-hour basis, I can kind of tell her where I'm at. So that's it. That's what we're gonna do. Peace. We are on Moffett Road on the Trans-America Trail here in Brothers, Oregon. And the scenery's changed from mountainous scenery to more of a flat type scenery with these pretty tall red pines. So pretty cool. Still trying to figure out what kind of pine tree that is, because it looks awfully similar to the ones that we have in the southeast. However, like I said, they do have kind of a red hue to them. So I'm on National Forest Road 500 in Lapine, Oregon, or outside of Lapine, Oregon. And as you can see, there's a lot of tracks, a lot of single tracks from dirt bikes. And I saw a big group of them all camping and hanging out. This is a good road to drive if you're on a dirt bike. Not so much if you're in a 4Runner, but if you're on a dirt bike, it's pretty cool. A lot of whoops, as you can see by the camera going up and down. You do got to be somewhat careful, because you can get some speed on some of them and then come up on a pretty drastic whoop section. So pretty cool little road nonetheless, going in and out of the national forest here. And it is raining in 𝙏𝙗, Oregon, but better than snow. I meant to say I was mesmerized by the fact that full-service gas stations still exist in Oregon. So you pull up to the gas station and somebody walked up to the car and flipped me out. I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, pretty cool. Full-service gas stations. I like it. I'd often, what's funny about it, I guess, is I had thought about if I opened up a full-service gas station in my hometown, that I would bet that people would pay a little bit more for the gas, you know, for the experience of the full-service gas station and just the service itself. So, pretty cool deal. I'm glad to see that they still exist. But and evidently it's all the way through Oregon from what the person had told me. So, pretty cool deal. All right. So I'm on National Forest Road number 21, headed through, and as you can see, I'm headed through 𝙏𝙗, Oregon. As you can see, my arch nemesis has made its appearance back again today. Snow. I can't stand the snow. Due to the circumstances, I will be extremely cautious of this here snow, and may end up having to turn around, which I really hope I don't, but I may end up having to turn around. So, it is what it is. There it is, folks. My turnaround point. I won't mess with it. As you can see, blocked up again by the snow. Looks like I am going to turn around. I could possibly, there's little short, deep drifts of snow. I could possibly barrel my way through them, but I'm, again, in the middle of nowhere. I have no service on my cell phone. My little come-along's broke, so I'm going to turn around and not drown. Also, I forgot to add, too, that it's raining and snowing now, so even more of a reason to not go through it. But current situation, backtracking by like 2 or 3 hours. So apparently the 4Runner thinks that it does not have enough scratches, so it wants to take me down this tight little dual track. So why not? A couple more scratches. So I want to shout out to Toyota yet again on this trip. Like I said at the very beginning of the trip, I found it quite impressive that most of these little side roads and Forest Service roads and logging roads and stuff were actually loaded onto the GPS. So I think that's pretty cool. If it wasn't for this GPS, due to the amount of snow that I've encountered and due to the amount of times that I've had to turn around and reroute and different things like that, not saying that I absolutely couldn't have done it, which I don't know that I could, but it surely would have been 10 times harder to try to figure it out without it. The little Garmin that I've got the track loaded on, it's pretty cool. The only problem is it doesn't have any roads hardly on it. All it's got is major highways. And a lot of times when you're out here, you're away from major highways like by miles and miles. So that being said, it would have been truly a hassle to try to do it without the Toyota GPS. So as you can see right now, I'm in the middle of the woods and she's telling me where to go, which is awesome. So thank you, Toyota, again.
Yo, so I should probably eat somewhat healthy, but I gotta say, this is the second time on this trip that I've ordered Domino's, not out of choice, but necessity. And to be honest with you, I'm quite impressed. Good job, Domino's. Good job. You stepped your game up, and you needed to, and I'm glad you did it.